Hello. Hello, Two Flower. Welcome in. Welcome in. Anyone else who might be hanging out. As you can see from the title, and Two Flowers already talking about it, we're doing Space Quest 3 today. We've been running through... I did all the King's Quest Sierra games, and then did the remake, remaster, reimagining, what have you, last month. So then... last month, I think, technically into this month. And then... you know, we started up Space Quest Tuesday. So today we're down to 3, which is one of my favorites. I finally found, and I've done this. I did this for my birthday, but shortly before that, I found a boxed copy. Sadly, it doesn't have the glasses like the one like that it's supposed to come with. But like to find that, I was going to spend like $120 something. I like it, but for more or less a decorative item than just to have, like, doesn't make sense. This is a lot of money. I have the original disc, so I ever get a computer that can handle it, but it wouldn't make any sense to, like, spend that kind of money for just to get, you know, a cardboard pair of glasses. And alright. I went looking for fun. As far as I can tell, I see one that's $175. This guy doesn't know what he has. It is complete in box, and it doesn't come with the glasses or anything. $175. No. I think I paid like 50 for this one, and it even came with the hint book. I see one that's $125 that also has the hint book and the adventure window. It's closer to actually being complete. Yeah, box games are definitely jumping in price, especially the older you get. Like, I'd love to find I can't, like, even though it's on my list as like bad games, I'd love to find a box copy of The Dig just because the box is so cool. But it's just like, unless I find it in a thrift store, it's a lot of times it's not worth it, or unless it's super cheap. Like most of the Sierra ones back there are, I think I got for about $20 each ish, and then depending, I think King's Quest 6 was more, and Space Quest I want to say was like 40 maybe 50. Hey, thank you for the resub, babe. Holy butts indeed. I've been an affiliate for 7 months now. I had other things we want to talk about. I did see, you know, we've got the Funkos back there. I saw they're doing like an all silver version of Bulbasaur. And it's like, no, thank you. Why? Like you've managed to make a version that looks worse. Not worse, but like you made a version that's less detailed. it's just silver. It looks like it's waiting to be painted. It's probably shinier in real life, but Bulbo, hello. We're gonna be getting into that here soon, and I am doing the I'm again doing the MT32 emulation. Hopefully it sounds all right. For some reason I occasionally get some weird sounds. Occasionally get some weird sound effects with the emulation, but I don't own it. I would love to, but I don't own an MT32, so the route I have to go. Especially for Space Quest 3, like, gotta have it. Oh, you had a friend who had an MT32? It was one of those things where I definitely, like, I always saw it in the list and wondered what it was, and then as an adult, when I actually found out, it was like, oh, I missed out on a lot. I missed out on a whole lot. Oh, yeah. Can we talk for half a minute about Microsoft deciding to price gouge their live service now? Decided that $60 is now the 6-month price instead of the year price it has been. Like, oh, I love me some LGR. I think the first I heard from the MT32 was channels like De Landau, Sven Groot. Yeah, De Landau 3000 was the first I heard any of the MT32 stuff. Fucking hell, he has 1,800 videos. He does like full playthroughs. Alright. Right? Like every video, if it was something he could play the Roland in, he would talk about the Roland. I mean, he does have some great comparison videos of just, you know, here's the intro to Police Quest, or... Alright, babe, I understand. You know, Police Quest, or Space Quest, or Colonel's Bequest. I think he might have a Monkey Island one as well, where it's just, here's the intro in Sound Blaster, here's the whole intro in Roland. Like, with a genuine Roland. Apparently what I need to do is become friends with Anders Jensen, and he can hook me, you know, find out what his hookup is for Roland MT32s, because he was just getting them for everyone. He got one for 8-Bit Guy, he got one for LGR. But yeah, Microsoft at this point just Twilight Gold, just push it as just push Game Pass Ultimate. Like you're now price gouging for for just gold. Especially considering apparently you can't play the free-to-play games without a gold subscription. And it's the only service where you can't. And even Microsoft games where you can play them on PC, you don't need a gold membership for those, so... Microsoft needs to figure that shit out. I also still have a fondness for a PC speaker, but... It sort of depends on the game and the era, too. Like, Space Quest 1 and 2 PC speaker, like Tandy 3 voice, sound great. But then we get to this, and it's just like by the time that like Sound Blaster was really, you know, proliferant, and you know, the Roland was out. I never had one. I saw it apparently debuted at like $700, and that's in 1987 money, so that would be like $1,500 now, like for a sound module. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. That would definitely be the gate that would keep me out. I mean, I have a fondness really for that entire era where it wasn't. You didn't have general MIDI, you didn't have orchestral sounds. You know, you had to make do with you know, maybe 8 voices total, and yeah, you'd get some excellent music out of it because people really knew what they were doing. Like I was watching Days Quest Historian doing King's Quest 4 on AGI, and he was using Tandy 3 voice. It still sounded really good. I think even PC Speaker wasn't too bad, but like it's a credit to the music itself that you can break it down so far and it still sounds really good. Oh, nice. You're at Is that that's the Arcade Spirits last quarter? I probably have the name of that wrong, I'm sorry. I know the actual title so I can say it right. See what else is going on with... We got Paula. One more quarter. It was something like that, but I was like, it's there, but it's not. Trying to see what else is going on. Oh, okay. I got conflicting information looking at Twitter because of it's on a hybrid of Stream Tracker and iMuse. Nice. I got like confused. I was just seeing if there's anything interesting to talk about on Twitter. There's apparently Monday, Pelosi's going to bring the articles of impeachment to Senate, but at the same time, QAnon nut is trying to impeach Biden. Like, it's like he's been in office for a day and a half. Literally nothing he could have done. Yeah, fuck that shit. You know, it... No, we have to win somehow, so... I literally think they don't realize that if he was impeached, it doesn't mean Trump wins, it just means Kamala Harris moves up. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. I don't know what else. I don't know what else. I saw that Hank Aaron passed away. Rest in peace. 86 is a good long life, but it's still sad. Oh yeah. I mean, the next 4 years is going to be a lot of pouting and stubbornness, but hey, Democrats, you have control. You don't have to put up with it. You don't have to try to get their approval. Just do what you want, because that's what they did to you for the last, what, like 6 years? 8 years? It's time you can turn around and bring that back to them and do what needs to be done. No, fuck that. Okay, that was weird. The picture like slightly changed on me, like a fucking Harry Potter thing. That was weird. Or like shift down the page or something. Yeah, I mean, I try not to talk a ton of politics and let, you know, here. Obviously, right now it's a sigh of relief, but it's a step. It's one of those, you know, obviously I was as happy as everyone else on Wednesday, but we can't just go, we won, and stop. We need to keep going. It doesn't stop here. You know, we need to keep holding people accountable. We need to keep trying to actually make America better. This was a step, you know, obviously Wednesday was a step. Getting control of everything back was a step. But we need to keep going. We need to... You know, we need to censure the Congress people who were in support of sedition and get them out if we can. We need to keep trying to actually improve America, not just let it deal with themselves on their own. Like, there's a lot of work to be done, but it's good to see that we're improving, we're getting better. But it's a step, not where we haven't hit the finish line yet. by a long shot. Oh, changing subjects again, getting back to video games. They announced the new Xbox Games with Gold, and they're perfectly okay. God, sorry, I went to look for those, and instead I got a thing about Fortnite, and it's like, man, that is just the weirdest version of Smash Bros. Bringing the T800 and Sarah Connor in Fortnite. So apparently they're just going to put them in all the games now. I mean, Sarah Connor is in Gears, and the T800's in Gears. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger as a Terminator, or sort of Arnold Schwarzenegger as a Terminator is in Mortal Kombat. Like, for some reason, I'm just going to keep putting them in games. Also weird that Xbox's account doesn't have the Game Pass stuff, or the Games of Gold stuff. Fine. Boy, I can type. Major Nelson, you've got it. There we go. First half of the month is the remaster of the first Resident Evil and Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Hey, buddy. Oh, they opened pre-orders for the Mass Effect remaster? I'm a little tempted when it comes out. I don't know if I'm gonna grab it first day, but when it comes out, I'm a little tempted to stream it. I could do the old ones too, but I don't think I have the DLC on the 360 or the one. I think I have it on the PS3. It's when I played Mass Effect, my yeah, right. I've never actually finished Mass Effect 3. Something about the action was not that I don't know, it just didn't catch me the way that the first two did for some reason. It might have just been because it was so I played it so far removed. I might have to start them over. I did kind of start one over, but it didn't stick. Maybe I'm streaming it, it'll stick a little better. But the Games with Gold are the first Resident Evil game, and Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb from the original Xbox. The second half of the month is Dondora something, Trials of Fear edition, I think. I am looking at a very small thumbnail instead of clicking on it because I'm lazy. And Lost Planet 2, but they also bonus gained for all the people who don't have Game Pass, I guess, Gears 5. The basic 4, which I'm sure would just be the basic 4, they're fine. I mean, and old school Xbox Indiana Jones game is interesting. And I mean, I've heard good stuff about Lost Planet. It's just like, here's a 5th game. It's our game that you could have been playing this whole time if you had just gotten Game Pass Ultimate the million times we've told you to. But here, just have it for free, whatever. It just makes me laugh. Yeah, I didn't play Andromeda either, but a part of it was just because I never played 3. I kind of had fallen out from Mass Effect by the time Andromeda came out. It got a lot of hate for the graphics and the animations, and they fixed that. But you don't hear nearly the same yeah, everyone I've heard that's played it Andromeda especially after, have said they really liked it. It was just it was like No Man's Sky, but you never really heard, you didn't get the big upswell of, oh, they fixed it, it's really good now. That just didn't happen for that didn't happen for Andromeda. I'm wondering if Cyberpunk will eventually get that upswell as well of, 6 months or so when they actually fix it. It's like, hey. Also, Paulbo, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. He had a couple of emotes, which I'm thinking about reworking the emotes, but we'll see because um basically Joe became affiliate earlier this week. Um, Joe, you've seen hanging out in chat. Two flower. I know you know because she had her first affiliate stream, and it it went really well for her. But like I saw her preview emotes, and it's like, man, I wish mine. I wish I had better. If nothing else, I wish I had better ideas for my emotes. Her heads is how to stumbling into commonly agreed to be terrible games and enjoying them before fixes, like Andromeda, Fallout 76, Cyberpunk. I mean, Cyberpunk, most of the hate was for the console versions, but like, it's one of those. I wonder if it's just going to be a terrible game forever, like Miyamoto would say, or if it's going to upswing back to, hey, this is actually pretty good when they finally get all the fixes out. I honestly, I was just like playing PC with suggested settings. Makes sense. Crafting makes no sense. Yeah, I don't know. It was one of those. The trailer's kind of neat, but I don't know. It just never grabbed me, and especially not for how much they were just hammering that game. That this is going to be this amazing, world-changing experience from the Witcher guys, and it's like, it just never got me. But I mean, sometimes it just depends on type of game. And then there was all the um all the marketing nonsense because CD Projekt Red is terrible at inclusive marketing. Just completely turned me off from the game. To be totally honest, it crashes every day. I don't, it's one of those like sometime down the line, if they give it away for free, I'll check it out. It's nothing I want to spend money on. That's just my opinion. I mean, I just saw the hype stuff being a member of Twitter. And just, this is going to be the greatest thing. And it's like, hey, look, it's a buggy, broken mess. Kind of like, um, honestly, kind of like every every game that they do. Like, sure, it'll get fixed eventually, but it's fresh every day you've played so far. Because, I mean, I've heard the Witcher games are also buggy as hell. Like, I don't know. It's just. Hey, these games are super broken. Cool. Why do I want to play this? To me, like, and I mean, and a lot of games also got that shit and still have that reputation. Like Skyrim. Skyrim still has a reputation of being buggy as hell. I don't know. It just never got my interest. Um, I'm sure it's fine if it's what you're looking for, but it's just like not the game I was looking for, and the ridiculous hype of, oh, we got Keanu Reeves. No, us exploiting a trans person is it's just in universe. It's not us doing it. It's the game. It's the corporations in the game doing it. Yeah. I have strong opinions on Cyberpunk, but we'll move on. We'll move on to a company that had its own problems. I need to pick those books up sometime, like Ken's book and then there's another one that they wrote about here. I want to pick those up just out of curiosity because like that the Vice article that Jess had posted about like King's Quest 8 and like the end of Sierra and when they'd been bought out by CompuCard, I believe it was, and just no, everything is great. Everything is great. No, it's not. This company is actually lying about every single bit of their money. Alright, so let's get into some Space Quest 3. Drink of water beforehand, there's some reading at the beginning. This is the last of the text parser ones, but I've said before, I have a great affection for the text parser SEI games, like this era, like Police Quest. I mean, Police Quest 2 a little less now, but Police Quest 2, Leisure Larry 3, King's Quest 4, Space Quest 3. There's something I love about like this very specific era, and not Codename Iceman. Fuck Codename Iceman, but this very specific era of Sierra games. I just love it. So let us start the game, and I need to resize our window here, but actually so y'all can see it a little better. Although it's a little weird. I don't know why there's a black box around it. Or at least if it's why it's not an even black box. Emulation. I did purchase all of these from GOG. Like these are all you know, legally acquired copies. I'm just using some VM because then I can use the emulation for the MT32 because it sounds so good. It has been an indeterminate amount of time since Roger Wilco rocketed away from Volhal's burning space fortress. Time stands still for our hero in suspended animation. So this does literally pick up right where Space Quest 2 left off. Its engines long spent, the small escape pod drifts aimlessly through unfamiliar star fields, its course altered many times by small asteroids and space debris. Inside, Roger lies undisturbed in a sleep chamber, but not for long. I know, this version is so good. Shout out to them getting the drummer from Supertramp to do the music for this game. I love finding out that just like random musicians were the composer of these songs. Like the drummer from the Police did all the music for Spyro. Like, oh yeah. Space Quest Historian found a way to get the graphics exactly perfect, but you need this giant monitor to do it. It's like 1620 by 1900 or some ridiculous shit like that. So it's like you can get it. So all the pixels are correct, but you need a huge... Like, he had to scroll the window to show the whole thing. Alright, I missed part of it, but the small pod is jarred by a sudden shock which triggers the sleep chamber's revive mode as the glass shroud slides back. Arthur slowly begins to regain consciousness. So we were pulled aboard a junk freighter. The robots have no regard for organics.
Where am I?
Also, hey, did you like that little bit of digitized speech? Because you're not getting another one. It's the only one in the game. Yeah, there was an option to turn off the EGA stipple, and it's like, no, I like the EGA stipple. Like, there are other games that did the dithering better, but I still like it. You notice that the sounds from the pod grow softer until they are imperceptible. Having served its purpose and taxed its resources, the pod gives a final hum and shuts down. Come on. You are standing in a debris-cluttered junk bay. An escape pod rests in the middle of the room. There are chunks of metal lying around which seem to be small sections of old spaceware. What's this thing? Board composed of a mosaic of overlapping welded steel plates. A melange of used metal plates appear to have been cut from a variety of sources. There's a small round object nearby. A closer look at the object on the floor reveals that it's a warp motivator. It looks a bit more high-tech than the other junk strewn about this locale. Sturdily constructed, its only protrusion is a modular plug near its base. And maybe we'll need that later? While relatively small, it seems to be quite dense. I think we're looking at potential hernia if any attempts are made to manually relocate it. So, anytime I play this game, I just want to throw out a shout out to Pushing Up Roses. I never knew about this particular death. Oh, I still have all my saves from before. Alright, well, let's save for birthday start, because I still have all my save games from before. Various types of abandoned spacecraft litter the floor of the intergalactic junkyard. All species is a junkyard dog. You shiver at the thought. Nothing but riveted steel. Is that something I can take? Nope, nope, sure isn't. I did not know about the novelization of the Space Quest games. I have one of the novels of the King's Quest game, and the other two are ridiculously high in price. Like, I think I could find an ebook version, but if I wanted copies of See No Evil and whatever the second one is, people are charging like $1,000 for a paperback book. It's ridiculous. It's obvious. Whoa, that went high. Good lord. It's obvious that the metal was sharper than you. The resulting laceration turns you into a living fountain, at least for a few moments. Unfortunately for you, this show was your finale. Good luck in the afterlife. Yeah, the stereo of that threw me off for a second. It was like my left ear unplugged all of a sudden. This ship says Jupiter 2. This video must have been floating around there for a long time. It doesn't hold your interest for very long. Also, you notice if we type, it actually pauses now. This ship is another fine but worthless Acme product. This bulbous craft looks like it has seen a lot of action in its day. You believe it to be a bow tie fighter dating back to the Cologne Wars, a true relic. This game is nothing but references. Alright, before we do this... Also, let's, we'll change that to 3. You're quite impressed by the size of the chunk freighter. The skeleton remains of a stripped-down space tanker space tanker stage lie half buried in scrap. Wow. I can't read today. Why I keep playing these games where I need to read is beyond me. Looks to be another metallic menace whose time is coming on. Hopefully fate will be kinder to you. Now I want to look up the novelization of the Space Quest games, though. Also, that's a ledge. Does that look like a ledge? Because it is. Oh gosh, you've stepped off a metallic escarpment and tumbled into the darkness. Twisted jacket and remnants of old vehicles reach out to slow your dark descent, cutting short your life in the process. Wouldn't be so bad except for the sudden stop at the end. Next time don't get so close to the edge. Oh. Pointless instant deaths. Welcome to CR Online. You find yourself at the bottom of another trash pit. An interesting array of alien artifacts is strewn from one end to the other. A large ship is in the middle and a small one is off to one side. Reminds you of Hades music. Sleek-looking number if you can disregard the junk it's rooted in. Must be a recent addition to the collection as everything seems to be intact. Etched on each side is the name Aluminum Mallard. On top is a small hatch. And this is a cute little thing. You've never seen anything like it in these parts, but then where are these parts? Some writing on its exterior reads, "For a good time, don't call Hal." Not a good location. Okay, so... it looked like a remnants of an orbital space station, or perhaps some type of toys for an oversized child. Also, I'm looking at height, and I feel like I could probably climb on the ship if I wanted to. The game says no. Ship is too slick. You seem to remember an ectomorphic programmer friend telling you about ships with non-stick coatings for greater debris collision tolerance. I feel like I could probably climb on this and then get on the ship, but no, this is not the answer. And now Joe wants to call Hal. Nope, okay. How to follow instructions, well. No auto climb in this one, so we gotta climb back up. I'll probably skip some of the... look, we're exploring, but... I will say, most of the King's Quest games and the Space Quest so far have been using a walkthrough. I double-check the points list. I'm doing this without one because I've played this so many times that I know what I'm doing. Well, I just want to double-check to... hello. You're overwhelmed by the variety of space trash around each corner. A large bucket conveyor carries shredded ships to a horizontal conveyor high above. What's this arm? Somewhere there's an oversized android missing a limb. Am I in the right place for this? Sure not. I always kind of liked Roger's oh no faces in this scene. Fair, you looked and you knew it was coming. And now it's like, oh no! Whatever shall we do? Treated like an Iran-Contra document. This game did come out in 1989. I missed it. Hold on. We'll get it again. It goes by so fast. Treated like an Iran-Contra document. Your many independent parts flutter to the bottom of the hopper. This is of little importance to you, what with your being dead and all. You're a less than choice cut, Wilco. We just stand up. That's the first thing we can do. Best part is if I turn to walk away, I can't die now. Yeah, not a pretty sight. What we can do is jump over to the railing. Of course, it's a very thin railing, so the first thing we're going to do is hit down. You stepped off the rail. You're dead again. Way to go. Haven't we taught you anything? Yeah, obviously, skinny rail, don't do that. We're standing on a narrow rail suspended high above the floor of the freighter. The conveyor system below leads to the right grinder. Be careful, it's a long way down. Yeah, you're not my real dad. Alright. In this room, the rail makes a U-turn. There's a machine here which hangs under the rail. There's a chute at the bottom. In the middle are panels of monitoring devices being tended to by a droid. Plopping into the seat, you grasp the forward backer control of the grabber. The beeping is less annoying in MT-32. It's definitely way more irritating if you have, like, Sound Blaster. From your seat, you see a handle, presently being gripped by you, which controls motion and a button marked claw. Well, let's push the claw button. And also let's spell push right. I feel like I was a little off, but the game decided that was close enough. The claw senses contact with the warp motivator, grasps it firmly, and begins the ascent back to the grabber. I feel like this had a sound effect. Like it traveling had like a humming sound effect in other versions. Well, we've got the warp motivator. This is save some back and forth. I'm going to do the thing we're supposed to do with it. I was about to be like, I wonder what to do here, climb down. Like, I was hearing some of the back and forth. It's not a speed run by any means, but if anything, kind of like my birthday one, this will be like a death run. Let's see how many times in different fun ways I can die. You're riding below a narrow rail suspended high above the floor at the far end of the freighter, a long way down to the junk piles below. What if we push clog? I still can't type. There we go. Half an eye on mail, just because I did apply to a job yesterday, which would affect streams, but, we'll see. Sensing an adequate surface, the claw releases its cargo and begins the ascent to the grabber unit. The object thuds into place within the cavity of the ship. Oh, it's a good thing that just happens to fit into that hole, huh? Alright. We'll continue our tour around the ship. I gotta look up speedruns, because there are a couple spots where you have to kind of pause, and I wonder if there's like a strategy for Nukem Dukem to make it faster. It's definitely like... I feel like endgame could like ruin runs in this. Like, this stuff's not too bad. But... Problem, sure. Not a model you've seen before. The droid appears to be dedicated to this workstation. It seems harmless enough. Zot. Really bit the beam, buckwheat. There's that lack of regard for organics in action again. I guess I never heard of the warning shot concept around here. Anyway, you're dead. We enjoy your new flow-through ventilation system. Also, these pictures are almost always, like, horrifying, and then it has a joke. Yeah, matter of fact, Hole in One is the title. Alright, so... You definitely don't want to stand around and get shot, so... Bloop. Oh, yeah, I think I saw that... They ran that at, Fleet Fatales, right? Like, that would be how I would do... Like, if I was going to do a Sierra speedrun, or, I mean, a speedrun in general, it would have to be an all-deaths run. You seem to be in a debris-encased hollow. Poking out of the ceiling is the chute which you originally entered through. Some crusty lamps linked by non-UL approved wire provide additional illumination. Some brittle-looking wire runs from lamp to lamp and then disappears into a hole to the left. Alright, so to the left. In the hole. Here to the small opening and notice a tiny reactor which seems to be providing power for the lights. Sounds important. You unhook the reactor from the cheap wires and take it with you. Was that just any percent? They might have talked about all deaths then. You can hear something stirring around above you. You can't actually see the rats because they're hidden in the shadows. Oh, was 80%? You're right. They might have just talked about all deaths. It's like, man, I gotta see that run at some point. All right, vending it has a piece of scrap metal. Can I climb back down from here? I can. Cool. I struggle with that sometimes. Got it. All right, so we have a reactor. Maybe we can do something with that ship. Oh no. You seem to have been mugged by some type of large rat. As you pick loose fur from your teeth, you notice a less bulky feeling. I only have a glowing gem. You're still carrying the piece of Orium you picked up on Labion during your last adventure. However, it has long since lost its glow. And that's all I have, so I must have taken the reactor. There's some loose wires here. Except for the ones on the left, most of the wires here look dangerously worn. You take the only decent piece of wire available. Over here. It's my escape. I don't know what you mean by pod. Text parsers! This is the escape pod, which safely whisks you away from Vohal's burning asteroid fortress. The skin of the pod plainly registers the cumulative damage long periods of space travel can inflict on a small craft such as this. It's insane how many leaps forward they... Oh yeah, compared to Space Quest 2, like... Graphically, it's a huge improvement. Sound-wise, like... Even, like, the space travel's better. I mean... The space travel was just, you know, you lifted up in a pod and then you took off. Well, looks like they have power again, so let's take that reactor back. Right, developer for C64 versus developer for PC. Alright, so let's take the ladder with us this time. You grab the ladder and jam it into your pocket. Ouch. So weird that I'll move my hand over for the diagonals, but I still use the regular arrow keys, because it's just what I was used to doing. Honestly, I didn't even use the numpad much. I think maybe our keyboard didn't have a numpad. I never looked at the screen. You got the carcass of the tanker opens up to reveal even more junk. A metal head rests nearby. Wow, an ancient model of a battle bot. I bet you'd hate to run into whatever brought this big guy down. Looks like something poked in the eye. Weirdly enough, I think this would be over the limit for battle bots, but 89 versus today. I still love me some battle bots, though. Ladder. Man, I can type. Grab the ladder and jam it in your pocket. Ouch! Again. Notice it to be slick up here. Be careful. I don't know if anyone else saw the pixels. It looked like I fell through the world. It looked like I kept going. We warned you to be careful. Did you listen? No. Good luck next time. Again, this is horrifying. Also, I didn't... As a kid, I was wondering what was this? Like it didn't register for some reason. This was blood. Like this was his head or something. Like this always looked weird to me as a child. I have heard of Willie Beamish. I think I saw LG or Pushing Up Roses. I can't remember if LGR was with her, but I saw Roses play it. Got lucky this time. It's weird how the floppy and TD verts have different advantages. Alright, you move into position and grabbing the dull finish of the hatch's handle, commence to open and enter the ship. But I have heard of it. I've seen it played. Yeah, I might check it out at some point. Access denied. Power critically low. Auxiliaries not online. Insufficient power. Well, look into the cavity and notice only 2 cable ends. Someone has made off with the ship's power supply. You drop the reactor into the hole. In attempting to reconnect the cables, you find that one is much too short. We can splice a wire and Carefully connect the wire between the ship and the reactor, putting the tile back in place once you finished. Patti had custom poses and expressions for the zoom-in portraits when talking. TD just had a general talking head. Alright, power level nominal. Aux reactor online. There's our aux reactors nominal. Yeah, when we did... Alright, landing gear is good. When we did King's Quest 6, I had the, like... Oh, looks like it's bursting in shape. We had the high-res graphics, which I'd never seen before. Well, I mean, like, I never played with before. So it was just, like, weird. And I found out, oh, I could have just checked a box, and we wouldn't have had to do that. But I don't think we would have had... I don't think we would have had both text and speech, if I remember right. Like, there's a distinct difference. No, Willie Beamish is on GOG now. Yeah, the fancy character portrait version. It was definitely, like, weird. Searching around the cushions, you find, among variously colored wads of lint, 7 buckazoids. That's what I miss frequently, is finding the bonus money. Alright. So, first thing we should do is save our... Okay, fine. Save our game. We'll save it as do it again, why not? Well, just saving over my old saves. Computer. Turn it. Turn our engines. Oh. The computer is loud. This should be fine, right? You feel a strong rumbling as the ship strains to loosen itself from the confines of the junk accumulated at its base. Finally, it begins to rise. The ship rises successfully, but collides with the top of the freighter. The resulting explosion sends a potpourri of flesh and metal fragments careening in all directions. Your radar is designed to avoid just such an occurrence. So, we'll try that again. Turn on the radar. Same thing I said before about the rising. The ship rises several meters, then stops abruptly. An alarm from the computer attracts your attention. Your ship hovers between the garbage below and the ceiling above. This will never do. Okay, I can't... Okay, fine. Let's go. The shot blasts a new orifice in the side of the junk freighter. Also, there's a very pretty, purple Milky Way or something that we're going past. And, whoop. Unfortunately, your inadequately protected ship is struck and subsequently destroyed in the bottleneck of metallic objects striving to pass through the same relatively small opening. Sudden decompression sucks. I mean to click there, actually. Alright. Well, nope. Try this again. Engines up. Radar. Take off. We'll get free. The radar will tell us that we screwed up. Or not that we screwed up, but save front shields and go. There's our new orifice, and the pressure generated by the desire of the ship's atmosphere to escape to the considerably lower pressure of space caused your ship to be spit out like a watermelon seed, and also survive this time. So we can save now. Take a look at our computer. Oh, also, I've talked about it before, but I do have the soundtrack up here on the wall. You can't see it from there. I'll bring it down, but Spaceless Historian did his remaster of the or like reorchestration of the soundtrack, and I think the back, if I remember right, the backside is someone was doing an upscale like remaster of the game, and then they started selling it, so he stopped. But all of his music is the B-side, actually. So yeah, that if I'm not actively listening to it, hangs up. I have a couple of LP holders that I have up here I rotate stuff in and out of, but Space Quest definitely lives up there. I think Space Quest 5 should be shipping soon. Alright, so what have we got? Junk Freighter doesn't register, which is interesting. Planet Ortega. Volcanic crater-strewn surface. Sure. And we don't want to take all day, so let's go to light speed. I wonder if they'll still give me the cutscene when they're going to the wrong planet. Sure will. Interesting. Alright, identity confirmed. Roger Wilco. Case OU812. Wanted for vending machine fraud from Gipazoid Novelty Company. Judgment terminate. Because, of course, it's a Terminator robot. Also, remember how we got a free whistle? Remember how Space Quest 2 specifically said it was free? Apparently, us getting it shipped to us was fraud. Even though it said it was free. It is like the great plot hole that plagues this game. I love that landing sound effects. With a mighty whump, he set the aluminum mallard down on the surface of Ortega. The button is clearly labeled ramp open close. Well, that's handy enough for me. My, this is one hot planet. Hopefully it'll last more than a few minutes. Well, let's look around. Why not? Also, I've noticed blown up like this, or oh, too late, you realize that walking around unprotected on this planet is hazardous to your health. You feel your blood begin to boil. I'm noticing sometimes there's a weird ghosting effect. I don't know if it comes through on stream or if it's just this monitor. You sizzle into oblivion. This planet wouldn't be so bad if you could keep cool somehow. So hot you could fry a Vorlian phlegm snake egg. Okay, cool. Computer. Let's go to the navigation again. We're gonna look for something else. Ortega is not it. Fleabin. That sounds good. So once again, we don't want to take all day. I think we technically could get there in cruise or attack speed. It just takes forever. Gonna have that kind of time. Once again, you can see this cutscene again. There's no skipping it. But by the way, it'll probably be Monday before we jump on Space Quest 4. It'll probably be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, unless stuff comes up. You know, unless I randomly decide that we need to watch out for someone coming to our apartment that doesn't show up. Anyway, the mighty Wumpy set the aluminum mallard down on the surface of Fleabit. As you step out of your ship onto the surface of Fleabit, you are hit in the face with harsh winds. Looks like a storm is brewing. Meanwhile, another spacecraft touches down elsewhere on the very same planet. You think he saw us landing on Ortega and went, yeah, I'll take care of himself. I don't have to worry, he's dead. Going to a lava planet. Anyway, there's our Arnoid. Okay. Leave it. There we go. Nope. Hello. You look friendly. Oh, I can't escape. Okay. Nope. I'm trying to get left and right. He's like, no. You don't get to. Yeah, there's no, like, all these like Chow ones don't have a fun message. Also, I was looking in the in the uh in the hint book, and there's actually a part where it says like, yeah, all of these south screens, you find the snake again. Oh, and it's red in a Scorpozoid. Snake snacks. Yeah, hey Reed. There's actually a bit in the hint book. I'll read this out to you. You guys have never seen this before. This is the hint book that you have to order specifically from Sierra. Like, you actually had to pay extra for this, and it gives you hints. I don't know how else it's even gonna come. It's probably not gonna come through on camera, but there's red text under here that you can kind of see, but you have to use the red decoder, like when we were, like other board games when we were kids. One of the hints in here, this is a fake joke answer, is every time I try to throw the bridle on the snake, it eats me. And the answer is, it'll give you like, a very vague hint. It'll get more specific until it specifically tells you what to do. This one is, well, stop doing it. There is no bridle in this game. Darn, another trick question. Yeah, so this one has a lot of trick questions and silly stuff. Anyway, the Scorpozoid Stinger hits its mark, sending electroplasmatic venom into your system. Death comes quickly. Thanks for playing Space Quest 3. Yeah, there's a lot of... at this point, it, like the death messages aren't as great. You see several large rocks here. One rock has a large overhang and almost appears to be a cave. Under the overhang, you see several large pulsating pods. This is fine. Oh, right. I forgot about playing Half-Life. Yep, now we're Pod Chow. Alright, so what else is around here? Empty desert, empty desert. Any ideas for the next giant snake now? Alright, so it's 4 screens wide. See large sand dunes, and that's about it. Also, if you see the Scorpozoid, it's best just to leave the screen and come back. And then he's usually not there. There are fewer rocks and more sand in this area. You are startled by the sight of a giant beast just beyond the sand dune to the north. Well, something about that looks weird, so we're going to find out what the hell is happening here. Why are you building a leather bridle around the snake skull? Oh, no reason. I'll come back now, you hear? Alien scum. Alright. Aha! A tourist trap. This giant metal facsimile of a space beast is nothing more than a cheap marketing ploy, designed to suck in any moron dumb enough to fall for such trickery. You suddenly feel like a dumb moron. Oh, look, a glass case. You peer through the glass of the display case and find a cute and cuddly little creature. A small sign on the glass informs you that this is an Antarian slime devil. How cute! I want to pet it. Can we pet it? Nope. Nope. Come on. Oh, alright. They may be cute, but only an idiot would get near one. Looks like you won't be looks like you won't be around to appreciate the other diverse wonders of this garden spot of the universe. Look at this one! It's just the sprite! They didn't even bother to make a death thing for that. Just ahead, visit the Mog Memorial in the galaxy-famous World of Wonders. It's on this screen. Nothing. Oh, the Scorpozoid. Ah, the Scorpozoid. Almost got me again. There are 2 signs here. I'm standing at one. See Flea Pit from Mog's Head, entrance free. Sorry, temporary closed for repair. What's north of here? Nope. Okay. Thanks for playing Facebook 30. Yeah, if you weren't here for, you weren't here for King's Quest 2, there's a part where you throw a bridle on a snake, and it turns the snake into a horse. How you're supposed to know that, I have no idea. Game to map, quick save and quick load to left and right. Oh yeah, F5, F7. This game has save and load mapped to the keyboard. And F3 redoes it. No, it's not here this time. Used to be... Nope, that's restart. Oops. Do I have inventory on a... Inventory control I. Okay. Which, for that matter, I have a save here, so boss key. Oh, I get it. You don't want your boss to know you've been playing Space Quest 3. In fact, you don't want to know your boss to know you've been playing Space Quest 3 for 0 hours, 19 minutes, and 10 seconds. That's a good idea, but I'm afraid that, being the good company men that we are, we can't help you cheat like that. Sorry. Like, Leadership Larry has a boss key, and it just takes you to a super generic looking, not even like spreadsheet, just like, no, it's an office page, we swear. And then it's like, well, you can't get out of this now, you have to restore. Howdy, stranger. The name's Blast, Festerblast. Welcome to the world of wonders. Go ahead, have a look at the trendiest items in the known universe. Make the most of your vacation buckazoid. The cast-off refuse of a dozen worlds clings to every available surface of the store. You're astonished at the diversity. You're even more astonished that someone would buy this stuff. Well, it looks like you have some gems. Many colorful gems are proudly displayed. Why, those green gems at the end look just like the Orium in your pocket. Hint, hint. Can I look at that jar? Nope. Examine one of the many interesting postcards from Arrakis. A great spot for winter travel, Arrakis holds many delights for the adventurous vacationer. Nothing can compare with a blinding dust storm or being crushed by a sandworm. Can't tell, these are all going to be references, one way or another. Black Hole Bertha. Like a giant interstellar vacuum, Black Hole Bertha has come sweeping through the galaxy. All travelers are advised to stay away from Bertha. Just buy the postcard, then tell everyone you went there. Ortega. The volcanoes of Ortega are constantly reshaping the surface. Dressed in heat-resistant underwear, the hardy traveler can find a lava lover's paradise on this starkly enjoyable planet. Hey, it's Roberta Land! Come join the fun at the fun park of the future. See characters from your favorite stories come to life again and again. Recently revised, so don't miss a single thrilling scene. I do love that they poke fun of each other. Beta Alpha Starless region. Looking for some real solitude? Come to a place that's so far from everything that you can't even see stars. Mind-numbing boredom greets you as you drift aimlessly through nothing. A must for the brain dead. Acheron. Wish you were here instead of me. The friendly creatures of Acheron are a delight for the young and old alike. Tame enough to come right up and caress you, yet wild enough to slash you to shreds if provoked. Alright, we're back to Arrakis. How about a nice ride on a stick? The kids will just love this. We're looking at hours of fun for the whole family. Just look how cute this little guy is. I don't think I can... Oh, I can, okay. Now here's a red-hot item, the official Astro Chicken Flight Hat. It'll really turn some heads in this sporty little number. It's modeled after the hot new arcade game that's sweeping the galaxy. Going to any high-temp planets? This nice pair of thermal weave underwear will keep your internal environment pleasant on even the sweatiest worlds. You just take your time here. Don't feel pressure to buy anything. I should probably just show Gem. I don't want to give it to him. Ooh, that face. My, that is certainly one fine hunk of Orium. His eyes got real big. 350? I think you can do better. 400? You can do better. 425? Yeah, that'll do. Alright. So, if I had taken a lesser offer, I would get less points. And if I hadn't taken 425, then he would have lowballed me from then on in. Let's buy the Orite on a sick. Maybe it'll come in handy, who knows. Buy a hat. Definitely buy the underwear. Anything else to buy? You know else. Okay. Alright, Fester. Maybe we'll see you later. Oh, wait. Before you go do anything, I need to put that hat on. Alright, now let's get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, looks like the light is getting close. Better be careful out there. Got my hat. No, my hat! Also, I've been grabbed, but my hat! I lost my hat. So this face on Roger, though. So, this is Roger Wilco, the man I have been sent across the universe to track down and terminate. I'm not impressed. You were too easy to find. You tend to leave a mess wherever you go. Also, his reflections is like exactly my aesthetic of like teal and purple. Reflection of the sand in his chrome body. Seems you forgot to pay for that Lebion Terror Beast mating call whistle, the one that was free. Let's see. With interest, that comes to 400,000 buckazoids. I don't think you've got that kind of cash on you, huh? No, I don't think so. It was free. Good people at the Gipazoid Novelty Company are both displeased. Non-payment's a serious offense. The form said free. I can go back and prove it. Lucky for you, I'm in a good mood today. I'll count to 10 real slow, and then I track you down. If you make it to your ship, I forget I see you. But if I catch you again, I dust you like bunt cake. Yeah, it's kind of vaporwave because of the reflection of the sand. You can go back and see the video. Oh, bunt run. Alright, well, he says if we can get to our ship, we're good. So, let's just get out of here. Actually, I don't know if I have the Space Quest 4 hit book. I can't remember if I can't remember. Oh, that's a footprint. We're gonna juke you. We're gonna go this way. I do have Space Quest 4. Weirdly enough, I got it from Goodwill. I thrifted it. It came with the discs for King's Quest 5. Nope, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Far down. Oh yeah, of course. All right, we can get to our ship. We're free. Never mind. I was just gonna say it didn't even get some music because of the sound, but it did. It just took it a second. Also, I'll have to post a picture to codename my Sam Man the game, but like, there's something kind of haunting about Tandy. It's hard to see the detail, but like Tandy Monolith Burger Manager. Yeah, that was an audio design choice. Sorry everyone. That was very loud. I apologize. Do I have the hint book? I have the Space System magazine. I think you just get the box at some point. It's such a weird. There's like such a weird collection of things in here. I don't have the hint book, sadly. I'll have to see if I can get it someday. This came with all the paperwork for both Base Quest 4 and King's Quest 5 are both in here. The discs for both are in here. The technical manual for Gabriel Knight 1 is in here. Yeah, here's the game manual for 4. It just says game manual. And the manual for 5, the Space System magazine for 4. Oh, I have the King's Quest 5 hint book. Oh. And this doesn't... Oh, no, it does have the little red things, but I do have a reader for it. Cool. I kind of didn't realize. And then all the discs for Space Quest 4 and King's Quest 5 in the same box. So someday I need to just get... If someone just has a box for King's Quest 5, so I can migrate that stuff into its own box. Sorry. Someday I need to see if someone is just selling the box. So I have the discs, I have the... Oh, also, he closed. Looks like Fester's closed up. The door is closed and locked, so he... Oh, I took too long. Try to avoid that noise if we can help it. Gee, one button says up and one says down. Couple of hit books for the old Infocom games. There's a part of me that wouldn't mind doing an Infocom game, but it would be very not visually interesting. Well, I misstepped. I'm in the gears now. That was a weirdly high-pitched version of the death song. Also, there's one thing I'm going to do at the end of this, and I kind of broke the audio on it. when I was playing earlier to set up for it. Leisure Suit Larry 3 has a very similar ending. Alright, I know what we can do. We can take this pulley, push him into the gears. We got this. Shit. I saw Yahtzee do this by mistake. I didn't know you could. Alright, restore again so we don't have to hear that noise. Reaching up, you give the rope pulley a mighty shove. And then that one was significantly quieter. That was weird. Alright, well. That takes care of that. Yep, we were gonna go do that. Terminator is now a pile of junk on the first level platform. Looking closely, you notice the Terminator's invisibility belt is survived relatively intact. I think I was the opposite. I did the... Oh, wait, shit. I screwed up. Okay, we've already done this, so let's wear the hat. Let's leave. Because I can't juke him now, so I just gotta do this again. Yeah, it is interesting that there are multiple solutions for this puzzle. I think I always did the the pods as a kid. I think. Like I don't remember doing the tower. The worst is when you're on this screen. It's like, oh, also the Scorpizoid is here. This is already a potentially fatal screen. Can't remember where exactly is the spot. Also, sometimes you really gotta wait to actually trigger him. Oh, and then you have like King's Quest 6, which had an entire second branch where you could skip the whole save Casima's parents, just go straight to the castle, or you could travel to the land of the dead and save Casima's parents. I'm gonna save again and just see if I can get him to spawn by like going to another screen first. They're very different. I will say, Space Quests 5 and 6 are super different. Part of it is because after Space Quest 4, I think it was... I'm trying to remember which way it went. I'd have to look it up. But one of the two guys from Andromeda went to Dynamics, and the other one went to... Oh, I know. This wedding is so sad and empty in we do the short ending in 6. There it is. Also, just no sound for that. Okay. So now we can just come grab the belt. Ah, well. I think the sound might have bugged out on me. Let me let me reboot this real quick. King's Quest 6 is definitely up there. Give me just a second here to get this put back where it should be. Okay. Where am I? There I am. Okay. If I lay down and I use the Orad on the stick, I can grab the invisibility belt. God, I can't remember who did what. Okay. So Mark Crow left for Dynamics, which was a a developing company developing company Zero was working on to help them with games, and he was the sole designer on Space Quest 5, and it's very, very Star Trek original series focused. It's really the one where they focus the most on like one thing. Call Freedom. Why not? And then Scott Murphy worked on Space Quest 6, but I'm pretty sure he left partway through development of that. So it's just a weird like footnote. Nope. And oh, I'm breaking everything. I've broken everything. Everything is broken. There we go. That's better. Okay. Okay, so we'll go back to the computer. Do some navigating again. Also, Space Quest 6 is like... the entire end sequence is just inner space. Like, Space Quest 5 and 6 are odd, and we'll get there. Like I said, that'll be next week. I don't know about you, but I could use a burger. Yeah, King's Quest 6 is definitely my favorite King's Quest. And is probably my favorite Sierra. It definitely, like, overall is one of my favorite Sierra games. I still really like this one as well, but it's also the one I played the most as a kid, for sure. Oh. Probably just takes a random seat. The decor, like the food, is the same in monolith burgers all over the universe. Generic counter clerks are eagerly waiting to help you. Diverse life forms are crowded around the counter and sitting in booths consuming what can only loosely be termed food. Yes, the cold plastic mold tables are like millions of others you've seen. Oh, well. I don't know, monolith burger for ages, right? Like, let's look at... Oh. Sure. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the thing we need more than anything is a fun meal. Of course, we gotta get a fun meal. You can buy all the stuff you want to, but really we only need the fun meal. Like something to drink with that? Shouldn't I come with it? Yeah. The Space Buds? Yes. A flat fruit pie? Yes. Hey, you get a free drink. Well, 7 Buckazoids. Alright. We got our food. Gingerly pick up the greasy bag. You can hardly wait to have a seat and dig in. Also, the just ridiculous animations of his giant neck craning up as he drinks from his drink and eats his food. Animators are so cartoony. Man, just mostly drinking. They get like 3 drinks? Ow! Hey, what's this in my burger? Oh, it must be my Fun Meal prize. Hey, it's a small decoder ring. Also, why did they put the decoder ring in the food? Well, that was mighty tasty. Well, maybe mildly tasty. Well, maybe not tasty at all. In fact, it reminds you of the slick skin of a Vorlian mucus worm. Also, if you don't take care of your stuff at fast food, I hate you. Unless it's out of my airlock, geek. I feel like I'm missing sounds. It's weird to sing. That's it for you, bozo. Pulsating blast to the forehead is not your idea of fun. There we go. Some of the sound is just like breaking. I don't know why. This might be very interesting then. Okay. Alright, fine. Yep. This is definitely broken. Alright. I may... Because there's definitely supposed to be music there. Oh yeah, there's your closest to a boss key. Here's a vapor calc. It's just an abacus. Alright, I'm just gonna reboot Scum real quick, because just not getting some sounds when I should be getting sounds. Like, it's absolutely supposed to be music for Astro Chicken. If this doesn't work, we will swap out to I'll swap it out to like Sound Blaster. We won't have the good music anymore, but at least we'll have music. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's just no music for some reason. Turn on? Did the... Okay. There we go. Weird. Also, I can't turn this... I don't think I can slow this... Oh, there we go, there we go. I slowed it down. So either I have to, like, try this 10... I think for, like, 10 minutes, or get 10 landings. I know this is not a particularly amazing track, but I want to make sure the music was here. So basically, it's Lunar Lander, but if I'm going too quickly, I'll just bounce off the pad. That. Well, this one's bone anyway. I'm out of feed. Promise there's a point to this. Hey, I got an extra life. So left and right or left and right. Up starts flapping again. Oh, starts and stops flapping. Down will recenter yourself if you're drifting. It for a silly and not entirely mandatory arcade sequence, this is not terrible. It's mandatory for points, but it's not like you must play this. Honestly, Miss is not that bad either, but we'll get there. Yeah, also Peacock. I think I'm getting close. Thank you for that emote. There we go. Now we can use our decoder ring. Your code goes something like this. I'm sure I wrote this down as a kid. Playing an extreme viewpoint on this game as a kid at the end, and you're not far off. It honestly wasn't that, like, that's not terrible. It's a little frustrating. It's a lot more frustrating when you're a child, but but basically, help us. We are being held. What is it? Not one that'll help me figure out the word. Yeah. Here's this secret message. Does someone have it actually, like, translated? That would be great. There we go. Help us. We are being held captive by Scumsoft on the small moon of Pestulon. An impenetrable force field surrounds the moon. It must first be deactivated. Its origin is unknown to us. Scumsoft security is armed with jello pistols. We're counting on whoever you are. 2 guys in trouble. Rather than trying to actually figure it out, we'll just look it up because it's the internet. A fun fact: we can do the rest of the game without seeing that message, and until until a certain point, we won't know why we're doing it. But they're apparently being held off Ortega, so we're gonna head in that direction to... Okay, do I have to type leave? Sure do. You slide back into the ship, closing the hatch behind you. The docking control beam begins guiding you safely clear of Monolith Burger. Also, look, they have auto dock everyone on Elite Dangerous. Even this game had it, and this was 1989. So man, those beeps though, so harsh. All right, so now we can go to Ortega finally, and also we still don't see the garbage freighter. Apparently, either it destroyed itself when we popped a hole in it, or it's just gone. One or the other. Okay, so I forgot what I was doing for a second there. Light speed. Let's get to Ortega. The last planet that we can scan for, at least currently. I wish it would stop telling me when Critical Role reruns their episode again. I know. I just like you get an email every time. All right, let's land on Ortega. All right, with a mighty wump, we're on Ortega. After figuring out which side is the front, you put on the thermoweave underwear. They power up automatically, keeping you comfy at all temperatures. My, this is one hot planet. But you don't care. You're beating the heat with thermoweave underwear. So we'll save over Old El Paso. I never saved anything under Borger. You see all my stupid save names now. Planet Ortega, it's truly a lava lover's paradise. Volcanic activity constantly reshapes its surface. So if you have any maps older than last week, throw them out. This music is not on the Space Historian did not restore this music. This is, I mean, it's, it's just atmospheric music, but definitely helps with the feel of the planet. Yeah, how the underwear keeps your whole body cool, because it's keeping your core cool. Oh, there it is. It appears that parts of this planet's surface are not entirely stable. Better be careful, you'll end up in that lava fondue below. Oh, that's literally the same thing. So while we're here... Oh no! You never did care for fondue. Next time, don't get so close to the edge. With our new improved quick tanning method. Again, horrifyingly grim image. Okay. They didn't want to make a new sprite with a spacesuit. They made it be underwear. Planet... Okay, well... Look, guys. Obviously, loyal company men, the Scumsoft employees, are happily performing their duties. Looking at their weapons, you probably don't want to get too close. So I guess all we gotta do is wait. This isn't a text adventure. What do you call it, then? Way to go, Ace. You blundered your way to within range of the pirates' jello gun. You suffocated an impenetrable block of jello. As your life sputters to a close, you decide to cut down on desserts. Apparently we can't eat our way out of the jello, so we actually have to wait. Plus, underwear is funny. So we actually have to wait. We cannot type wait. We have to just sit here and wait. Okay, you hear the roar of the pirate scout ship taking off. The ship streaks across the sky to an unknown destination. There it goes. Hadn't. Aha, you've discovered the force beam generator, and that moon must be Pestulon. I think if you come here straight from Fleabit and you don't go to the burger, I think it's just like, well, that looks bad. Well, thermal detonators. Well, let's take one. Sorry. I can't spell, apparently. Detonators. Pick up one of the detonators. Be careful, you can blow your fingers off with that thing. The climb becomes steeper as you near the rim of the old volcano. You reach the rim of the decayed cinder cone and are overwhelmed by the sight. An impressive machine of staggering size at the middle of the volcanic crater. They turned an entire volcano into a generator. You're on the platform. You're on a platform on the rim of the volcanic crater. A stairway leads down to the base of the massive force field generator. Pretty much the same. Stay on the massive base of a force field generator. This unit can generate a force field power enough to encircle a small moon, which it is currently doing. So last time I played this, I then played Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and Tyrion 2000, which was one, I was so happy to play. Two, I was so happy to play because I made it work with a fight stick. So I was playing Tyrion with with arcade controls. It was the best. You can't quite see over the edge from here. Cautiously, you peer down into the generator. Too dark to make out anything, but the drone of the generator tells you that something is definitely happening. Of course, there's no railings. There is one explosion sound effects, by the way, in Sierra games. The explosion disables the force field generator. You may now travel safely to Pestulon. I can probably just slip right off, can't I? Yep. Ah! Splat it again. Do that smarter. Oh. Uh-oh, the detonator is apparently set off a chain reaction of earthquakes. You better get off this rock ASAP. I think if you dawdle too long, it'll just destroy everything, so you don't want to dawdle too long. Alright, well, let's save here. My, things have certainly changed since you were here last. An unstable rock has fallen to the simmering lava below. Me can probably jump. I know you're quite a guy, but even you can't jump across such a wide crevice. Well, maybe if we had a pole. Maybe. Also, I cannot move when it decides to shake the screen like that. Hey, come on, get unstuck. Nope, I said poke. All yours. I'll make this one Borger. Actually, detonator. Alright. As you never know when we'll need another explosive. Might help us in the later game. Your brow furrows in grim determination as you prepare for a tremendous leap. The impact of your landing set off the thermal detonator. Your fragments are strewn over a wide area. Is Mom always telling you not to play with firecrackers? So we cannot actually take a we can't actually take a detonator with us. The game will absolutely kill us for it. Try it again. Our brow will furrow once again after the earthquake. In grim determination, you prepare for a tremendous leap. The Romanian judge gives you a 9.5, a truly outstanding jump by one of the finest young athletes we've seen this season. You'd like to try that again, but your pole seems to have fallen into the tumultuous lava below. It's all fun and games, but we gotta go. Maybe that's a screen I don't ever really get to see. I don't go that way that often. Alright. Wrong computer, shit. Computer. Engines. Again, sorry for the loud beeps in this. And we're free. Alright, let's go back to the navigation system. And for whatever reason, it's like here. Alright. Thank you. Yeah, you don't get score from judging the pole vault. It's kind of just how high you get with the pole vault. But yeah, it's one up and to the left, which means you have to scan the entire thing again just to find it. Anyway, set course. Oh, inhabitants unknown. It's Extra 69. Inhabitants unknown. Surface, it's uncharted. It figures. So we'll jump up to light. We'll jump up to light speed. We'll also not make the famous mistake later and forget to do attack speed, which I've done before. Or over here. Okay. For the last. What? There we go. Seems a little unnecessary that it's there, but, Mighty Wump. What a peaceful planet for a software company, you think to yourself. What a shame it had to be Scumsoft. Yeah, maybe they have a pole vault gymnastics hybrid event. Maybe. A shame it had to be Scumsoft. You are surrounded by what can only be described as tree-like growths towering high above you. Turf has a mossy texture. Oh, I didn't mess up. I wonder what I was doing that I had written. Hope I didn't mess up. Also, fun fact, it doesn't matter what direction you leave the screen here. They will all lead to the same place. You will any place you leave the screen here, you will always end up on this screen. You make your way through the forest of strange trees to this clearing where you discover the entrance to some large underground complex. This must be Scumsoft. Suddenly, the door to the complex begins to open. Also, yeah, there is a great extension for Chrome and Edge. I should put that in there. Where you can see other people's pronouns if they care to put them in, or if they want to put them in, I should say care. And you can log in at pronouns.alejo.io to have your own show up. So, like, I can see Joe as she, her, Two Flowers see him. If there's a thing you want to do, it's obviously it's up to you, but I always like to have that option there, especially knowing that it is an option. Several guards file out of the entrance and disperse into the woods. They must have been alerted to your presence when you landed. 2 guards remain behind and watch the entrance. Hope I didn't mess up. Where to, buddy? Scumsoft. Oh. Weirdly enough, they saw me coming. It doesn't even give me the Jello message. Okay, you wear the belt. Wow, this thing really works. You then quickly realize you only have a few moments before the belt's power pack is depleted. Okay. Scumsoft. I think it'll break if I hang out here too long. Oh, hello. Oh no, you've stepped into an electrical force field, and as a result you are fried to a crackly crunch. You're toast, dude. I legitimately didn't know that was there. I was just gonna dick around and be like, yeah, that's right, you can't see me. You can't see anything. Why does this remind me of Hugo? For some reason. I need to bump into the... Oh, nope, there it is. What's happening? Uh-oh, the Terminator's Infinity Belt is losing power. Oh, he turned and got me. So yeah, I mean, that's a lot of time before you actually just try to go down the dang stairs, but... What's happening? Looks like you've made it just in time, but your invisibility belt is now completely out of power. Well, time for the weird... I feel like this is the weirdest Roger Wilco. This is weird pseudo 3D, and this controls really awkwardly. Door has a keycard security system as well as a composite facial scanner. It'll be pretty tricky gaining access. Let's see. Maze, because we're getting there. Testing. Hey, there it is. Thank you. It won't go in there yet. Yeah, and so like, you know, I'll type. It'll have mine in there. You know, just kind of helps with Ow. You know, it also will help people. Oh, we have an intruder incoming. No, no, you don't. It's a lie. I'm not an intruder at all. I'm a janitor. I promise. Oh. Well, this will need to cut down on them desserts. Yeah, hopefully it does. It grows in popularity. I'm also hoping more of the stuff will get to like Edge. Like I installed like the closed caption. Come on, like the closed captioners, but you have to be signed into Chrome and. Or Joe and I share this computer. Basically, Chrome is her. You know, I have it set so like Chrome is her browser and Edge is mine. Because Edge is Chromium and actually works fine now. You find yourself in, guess, a janitor's closet. You certainly have a sixth sense about this kind of thing. Rummaging about the cramped closet, you find a pair of old, grimy janitorial coveralls. What a great idea, Roger. No one would be suspicious of a janitor walking around. You grab the coveralls and pull them on, seeking the opportunity to dump all the old items you've been pocketing along the way. What a great disguise. Wait, what's this? Reach out to the pocket of the grimy coveralls and find... What do you know, Mr. Garbage? A trash vaporizer. You know, seeing these babies in all the janitorial supply catalogs, but your superiors are always too cheap to outfit you with one. It to me, it's just a little faster, and it's just like a little lighter overall. So now we just have the coveralls and the vaporizer. You don't need the ORAD or any of that nonsense anymore. Alright. So, this is a twofer. In that this is both a maze and essentially an arcade sequence, because we have to vaporize trash on the way. If we don't, I just got noticed, but if we don't, uh-oh, you're in deep trouble now. These guys know that real janitor would never bypass a full wastebasket. Yeah, Edge just seems like it's a little less intensive, but disadvantage, there are certain extensions that are not on Edge yet, and one of them is it relates to the closed captioning, and I don't want to have to keep signing Joe in and out from Chrome, from Twitch on Chrome. So I just wish that would get to Edge, because if that did, that would make my life a lot better. I could actually have closed captions on here without having to change everything. Nope. Also, if we miss it, I actually just demonstrate it. Nope, we got it. Okay. If you miss a trash can 3 times, it kills you. They will also know that you don't know what you're doing and will kill you for it. Okay. Oh, you can just write zap? That's convenient. I'll try that next time. Because eventually I will have to stop just typing vaporized trash. Because of course this is a dang maze. Oh yeah, you can just type zap. Wow, that's so much easier. I'm pretty sure I also at least typed vaporize every time. Okay. Also, it's a good thing I think this guy's trash can is so low. There we go. My goodness. Do your job and scram, he bells in response. You're in the boss's cubicle area, and the boss is in. Be reverent. Oh, that was definitely the way you spell that. Okay, fine. Yeah, so this is like... Not sure who the dark-haired one is. Certainly the brown-haired one on the left is Ken. It's supposed to be Ken. I guess certainly Ken Williams. You stand on a platform overlooking the Scumsoft vehicle bay. In the center of the hangar sits your ship, surrounded by rows of short-range skull fighters. Now how will you ever get out of here? I feel like I didn't know like where the screen was when I was a kid. Like I didn't know how I knew this was where my ship would be. You're in the boss's cubicle area and the boss is out. Be yourself. And over the top of the partitions, you can see two gentlemen cracking whips. It seems that it must be the programming department. All the desk drawers are locked. However, someone has carelessly left a keycard on the desk. You take the keycard. I wonder how carelessly it was left. In hindsight. You know, was this an intentional trap, or is Elmo just this forgetful? Or was he just this drunk? We know how, that'll come later. Alright. I know there's probably a more efficient way to do this, but... Zap. Zap. Surreptitiously, you snatched a picture of Elmo. Since there was facial recognition, maybe we can just take a copy. First, making sure that no one is watching, you slip Elmo's picture into the copier and press the start button. Up pops a beautifully reproduced copy, which you roll up and stash in your pocket. Don't forget the original. Also, definitely look, maybe photocopy the frame as well, but wisely, you replace the original picture of Elmo. I'm sure the game will probably kill you for it if you forget, but you're in the cost-efficient corporate accounting department of Scumsoft Inc. These hard-working accountants are trying to figure out where the company spends its money. That's all we need from here. It's just a key card and the other bit, the picture. You hear several clicks. I'm in, you think to yourself. Then you hear a synthesized voice say, keycard verified. Stand by for composite facial scan. You mean like this one? I don't love that 80s future technology. I can't tell a picture from a real face. Alright. We'll save it here. You cautiously enter a darkened chamber. A seemingly bottomless shaft drops off into a black abyss. On a platform in the center of the chamber, the two guys from Andromeda wiggle helplessly in lime jello. The platform can only be reached by the 4 retractable bridges at each entrance. So, to point out, there's no way you can see that there's a... I guess you have to context clues that there are buttons here, so there must be buttons here. But, like, you don't actually see the buttons. Health! They slurp from their jello in case captivity. Yuck, you hate lime jello, so we can't eat them out. What if we zap them out? Very quickly, apparently. You successfully free the two guys from their slimy confines and begin to speak. Also, I'm glad that Mr. Garbage can tell the difference between a person and jello. Thanks, dude. It's great to be out of that green stuff. Hey, what's your name? Roger Wilco, you admit. You discovered our distress message we coded into the Astro Chicken game and sent us here as punishment. Let's get out of here before we're discovered. Well, looks like we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. We'll jump for it. 'Cause we're not going to do that. Maybe not. One small step for man, one giant leap for janitor kind. What's your plan for getting us out of here, Wilco? We zap all these guys with Mr. Garbage and then we run away. Oh, well, maybe not all those guys. Nobody's going anywhere. Haha, you must have thought you were pretty clever, Mr. Wilco, disguising yourself as a janitor. No, that's just kind of my life. Fortunately for you, my boys found your sorry excuse for a ship in the woods. So where's the gentleman to the arena? You boys haven't seen a good fight in a while. The hell does that mean? Do away with these two Andromedans. They've been more trouble than they are worth. Take them away. Interesting sound effect for every single pneumatic thing in this room. You and the two guys are separated and escorted away. A door opens, you are led into the dark unknown. Oh. Well, this looks good. Surely this won't be a problem. Zara punch-up minigames. Oh, yeah. Tried to play Heroes Quest or Quest for Glory 1, the combat was just impossible in the emulator. I don't know. I don't know how that would go. So yeah, we're playing Nukem Nukem Robots. J is punch, M is block. You have unlimited power supply, successful blow will absorb my robot's energy, and vice versa. On the other hand, a wasted movement of any kind will rapidly deplete your robot's power. Sounds like fun, huh? Anyway, here's the deal. If you win, you have the honor of becoming Scumsoft's new full-time janitor. But if I win, you'll be dead. It sounded like a Rudy clap was starting for a second there. By the way, your friends, the two guys from Andromeda, have joined us, as you can see below. Careful not to step on them. I don't think you can. That would kind of break the universe if we did. Let the game begin. All right. Oh, I was cheesing it for a second there. I like how they're also definitely the same sprite, just one is red. Yeah, well, there we go. Well, depleted my power supply last thing I see is my blood spilling out on the floor. Yeah. If you win, you get a bad job. If I win, you die. Alright. Save it so we don't have to see quite so much nonsense. Also, for some reason, punches don't always stagger. This is the worst part of this game, by the way. Alright. Much like any Sierra game, you get near the end, they decide to throw in an arcade sequence, and oh man, I had him pinned for a second there. Ah! For half a second, I had him pinned. Same as Nukem Dukem. I mean, just... Okay, I was definitely getting hits, and they were taking my energy away when he wasn't blocking. I mean, that one was my fault. Swung and died. Alright, we'll start that over because it's not working. Okay. Like the stagger, like this is so poorly designed. If you've never played this, I'd almost want like Maximilian Dude to try this to see just how bad. Like this is here's the best fighter on PC. Wow. Yeah, also we can't advance until we do this. This is not a skippable fucking sequence. Usually these you'd be able to just like hit F8 or F6 or something and skip it, but nope. And then you'd play One Must Fall 2077 and it'd be like, oh shit, is this but better? Yeah, I'm sure there is a reliable way of winning. I don't remember what it is either. Ah, you know, his hands up. Nonsense. Okay. Okay, so he did actually block those. It's fair. Oh yeah, his hands are not up, but he's still counting blocks. So broken. Okay. Very beginning of the fight, move downward a little, walk towards Pug. Stand close on his bottom left to move along with him to the right while keeping your relative position. While the guy in this position, you're just going to punch at nothing. Okay. That's amazing. All right, well, I'll remember that for next time. I'm trying to actually do it legitimately. All right. That's hilarious. That was amazing. I hope somebody will clip that at some point. I'm just watching him fight himself to death. Well done, Roger. Oh, Roger, you done good. You managed to rescue the two guys and escape from Pestulon alive. Looks like this will be a milk run from here on out. Also, finale. Nope, I missed what he said. Saved over what he said. So he's just talking and saying nothing. Seems like everyone ignores you. You'd think they'd be more grateful. Also, buckle your seatbelt. Yeah, we're really scared. We didn't know what Pug was going to do to us. If not, I will go back and make sure to clip it. Yeah, also, tonight, G1 Game Days, we are playing Super Mario Maker 2. I'll get back to Plug in a moment. Hey, don't you think we better get out of here? Pug's really sorry. He probably sent some ships after us. Warning, short-range fighters approaching from here. Weapons lock on detected. Alright. First of all, attack speed this time. Also, our light speed is non-functional. Weird. Yeah, so tonight, G1 Game Days, we are playing Mario Maker. Get a beat on him. Go. Alright. We playing Super Mario Maker 2? Yeah, remember the shields. I remember attack speed. That was a problem before, was attack speed. Also, hey Johnny. Tonight we're doing Super Mario Maker 2. Reset Patrick is doing last bits of preparation for tomorrow night's game day. Both these will be at, I believe, are at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. Where we will be doing the Super Mario 35 challenge, or Johnny Chase, who's in the chat, and Reset Patrick will be doing Super Mario 35, so you can get the most wins and most knockouts. And there will be, I think there will be a punishment for those who lose, and there will also be punishments you can do to them. Yeah, he's gonna need it. There'll also be punishments that you can inflict upon them during the game, like making so they can't run, or making so they can't collect items. Things like that. The remaining enemy ships have given up or heading back to the planet. Looks like you were just too much for them. But yeah, please follow over at twitch.tv/G1_Gamedays. Over there, we also raise money for Extra Life. They're raising money this year for the UPMC Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And while I'm at it, do some shout-outs. Shout-outs. Follow if you want one as well, let me know. I know Two Flower's been streaming, writing Arcade Spirits One More Chapter. I just started Link's Awakening just recently. Not a problem. Matter of fact, we can just get out of here. Man, oh man, you've really showed those bozos a thing or two. Now can we get something to eat? You know, stream. Fair enough. If you did, just want to make sure. And for the two guys, that Lightspeed is no longer functional. They're not overly pleased by this piece of news. What? Now I'll never get any food. Some rescuer you are. Hey, what's this thing on the wall? It says, Lightspeed Maintenance Access Panel. Gee, maybe I can fix this bucket of plastibolts. Yeah, this is it. This fan belt thing came off on the round thing it was on. Just a second. Okay, she's all fixed. Let's go grab a burger. Too late to realize you had no course laid in. Too late you realize that you had no course laid in. The light engines kick in before you can override. You inform that the two guys that the Lightspeed is now functional, but it's out of control. They're not overly pleased with this bit of news either. Oh no, why'd I get up this morning? Also, like, Mommy! Also, I like that Lightspeed was apparently just a fan belt. Raining blindly through space, your ship's speed soars a sizable black hole. Once within the gravitation of the black hole, there's no escape. You plunge into destiny. Yeah. Go for it. The overwhelming force of the black hole draws your ship in. Helpless to do anything, you and your passengers strap in and hope for the best. Yeah, this is the beginning of Destiny. Weird backstory. You enter a blackness like no other you have ever experienced. All sense of time and speed are lost. No, Destiny would have to have a story to have a backstory. And I'm not going to their website to read the entire story of the game. Bright light becomes visible in the distance. It grows larger as your ship races towards it. Finally, you are hurled out of the blackness into a parallel universe. Admittedly, I only played Destiny when it was still super vanilla. Like, when I played, I like this slideshow of us getting closer. You cut the entrance to some light speeds, you near a seemingly habitable planet that looks strangely familiar. Hey, look! It's the Sierra offices. Because fuck it, what's a fourth wall? Okay. Greetings, Earthling. We are the two guys from Andromeda, universally famous software authors. I'm Roger Wilco, space age swashbuckler and all-around nice guy. YouTube show that reads comic books to you. I'm Ken Williams, president and founder of Sierra Online. So you two guys are software authors, huh? What are your credits? Yeah, right, Roger has dialogue in this one scene. Ever heard of Astro Chicken? No. Good. How about you guys coming to work for me? That's great. How many bucketsoids does it pay? Bucketsoids? Mr. Williams, do you need a janitor? No. Okay. As our space saga comes to a close, Roger, feeling a little left out, struts off to his ship with the satisfaction of knowing his mission has been accomplished. His mission that he didn't get until, like, 3/4 of the way through the game. Seriously, there was no quest until we went to the burger place. You guys are now to go on to create the Space Quest series of adventure games, reaping fame and fortune. They grow fat on their success and soon become burnt out and begin a drunken tailspin into obscurity. And then they spend, like, 8 years trying to make one about a space electrician, and it still hasn't come out yet. So we bid our hero a fond farewell as the ship once again bursts into light speed. Course unknown. I imagine he must go back through the black hole, maybe? But hey, there's the end screen. I can screenshot this and put this into Reset Patrick's into his Discord. Another game down. Also, we don't get real credits that are at the beginning, so we just get these fake ones. Plot of Destiny, as far as I know, is once upon a time there was Halo, then we decided to add capes. Yeah, when I played Destiny, Peter Dinklage was still attached to the game. And all the story was like, you can go to the website to read your Grimoire cards. And it's like, I don't mind some of the lore being external, or like reading a book if I want extended universe stuff, but when like the actual story is in the damn is not in the game and you have to go to an external source for it, that's not good. That's not good writing. Hey, another extra life donation. Thank you. Here with one of my favorite games, looking forward to retro games in the future. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna do the rest of the Space Quest next week. Unless weird shit happens. Like this whole week was weird. I think I streamed like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Or maybe only Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. This whole week was weird. we could have been a lot further, honestly. Yeah, also, if you notice the little glasses and the pig noses that the two guys in Andromeda had, they had a little punch-out version of those. I don't think it's... Nah, it's not really shown on here, but there was a little, like, punch-out nose and glasses that you yourself could wear while you play the game. But, don't have that. Alright, so we've looped around to the beginning. Let's get out of here. There was one thing I want to tack on to the end of this real quick. And that is at another game that came out at the same damn time. Hello, much louder game. Hold on. Shush. Okay, cool. Lisa Larry basically has the same ending. And we have the broken sound. Yay. Wait, stop. That's the points chime. It's just busted itself for some reason. Alright, hold on. It might just be broken. Damn it. What if I... Okay. We've unbroken the sound. So look, it's a black hole or a magic portal or whatever. Also, I had to cut this a little short, because if I wait too long, a topless woman over here will appear. We're not playing this game because it's just sex. Like, it's technically we can, but like it's literally just get the character laid, get the character laid, get the character laid, get the character laid. And then you play as Patti to try and find this one dude that rocked your world. But yeah, we're falling out of the game with our magic marker portal. And look, it's the Sierra headquarters. Meanwhile, back in the Sierra studios, also their studios apparently, workers are busy filming yet another exciting episode in the never-ending saga of Sonny Bonds and the citizens of Lit, California, USA. Find the set. Also, yeah, We're not playing this game. And by this game, I mean we're not playing Police Quest. Screw that. Also, this looks like they're filming Police Quest 2, but this or Police Quest 1, but this is definitely Police Quest 2's theme. Which is an awesome theme. It's awesome music. Oh yeah. They take it even more literal in this version, and it's hilarious. Greg, look out, get out of here. Ugh. Shout Godzilla, Larry, or you'll destroy the city of Lytton. Wow, some guys really know how to make an entrance. So yeah, we have fallen out of our game universe and wound up at Sierra. Starting to his feet, Larry surveys your new surroundings. Also, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a butt at the end of this, but, you know, whatever. Larry spots you lying motionless on the floor beneath the miniature city of Lytton. Patti, are you okay? He cries. I guess so, but if I keep doing my own stunts like this, I'm going to end up flat-chested. Come on, Larry, let's get out from under here. Also, in context of the game, I don't think you ever ripped the middle of the dress, so I don't understand how that happened. What is this place? Good question, though it does seem familiar. Take the lead, Patti. We'll explore. So I can speed this up. Must be Sierra's prop storage room. Look at the old flats and backdrops in that rack. We have the taxi from King's Quest, or from Leisure Suit Larry 1. We've got the cauldron from the Black Cauldron, the tombstones from 4, King's Quest 4, the fucking these guys from Space Quest 2, the salesman. Also, they've the King's Quest banner and then Acme Roman numerals. The targets from Police Quest. I think this might be a Police Quest backdrop. I don't know what this is. Like, this is not doesn't look familiar to me. Obviously, the Monolith Burger sign. Oh, hey, look, the beginning of Space Quest 2. Except mirrored. Dang it, now what? Or wait, oh wait, it's mirrored because it's filmed the other way. Yeah. I think. Actually, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, we can flop around this area all we want. You're on the set of Space Quest. Machine is working away down near the floor. So that's how these guys do it. The Acme anti-gravity generator has enough power to keep both you and Larry afloat. I wonder how much electricity is coursing through that small wire plugged into the floor of the set. Okay. And eventually we're going to figure it out. Look, Larry, you did it. The anti-gravity generator's unplugged. Wait a minute. Patti, if there's no anti-gravity... Alright, we're just going to cover that shot up. Or, we don't have to, okay. It's quite the dance they're both doing. That was a rough one. What's next? Oh, look, everyone's favorite. They're filming the tongue scene. I gotta look so much more junky, too. It's like we're seeing it in exposed light, so it looks better later. No, move back. Good, that's fine. Stop right there. Barks the woman in the director's chair. Here's the actress on the set, she said. Now, Rosello, what do you say we take it again from the top and this time really show me some emotion? An action. But yeah, these came out within a month of each other, and they have the same ending. Cut, no, that's no good. Try from the right side this time. And action. Yeah, so they're straight up filming the adventure game. No, cut, you slipped again, Rosella. Like you're supposed to be able to see her, like, tapping her foot. Maybe that's the third shot. Try again. Action. God, how many times did we do this, Rosella? You must get all the way up to that uvula. I do remember her foot. Oh, there it is. What's going on here, Patti? Whispers Larry. I don't know, Larry, but this girl certainly seems tired of going down on that tongue. This just isn't right, whines the actress on the giant tongue set. Too human in here. This wool skirt keeps soaking up the water. That goo you spread on the tongue is too slippery. You haven't even given me any motivation for the scene yet. Very much, Rosella, interrupts a woman on the director's chair. Any other complaints? Please don't let me stop you. Well, yeah, I do. I thought it was a closed set. Who are those two people over there? Cut, break, 10 minutes, people. Angry glare, she turns towards you and Larry. Who are you? What are you doing here? How'd you get in? Come over here, right now. This is the end of the game. I have no control anymore, except for advancing the text. He moves closer, you recognize the woman in the director chair. Why, Larry, look, it's Roberta Williams. After meeting Ken, now we've met Roberta. To her, you cry, oh, Miss Williams, I've loved your games for years. What an honor this is, to finally meet my software hero. Also, apparently Roberta Williams games exist in their universe, even though they fell out of their own game. Never mind, that makes no sense. Roberta softens noticeably. Well, yes, I am Roberta Williams, but who are you? Oh, Roberta, I'm Passionate Patti, the world-famous lounge pianist. This is, Larry Laffer. Nice to meet you both, but how'd you get in here? This is supposed to be a high-security area. We just dropped in, literally. Actually, we had one hell of an adventure getting here. I've been through a virtual maze of bamboo forests with one drink of water, fell down a sheer cliff on a pair of pantyhose, crossed an incredible chasm with only a handmade rope, fought ferocious feral swine with my underwear, ridden a log through a whitewater canyon, and... Okay, alright, enough. But what about him? I've had quite a few adventures in my day, too. Oh, really? Anything that might make an adventure game? Poor Rosella is just like... Or the actress playing Rosella, I guess, is just standing here going... Really? we're not filming anymore? Just gonna talk to these jerks? Of course, it would, Bert. He bragged confidently. If you would just set us up with a little place to work, up to my reasonable standards, of course, we'd write a whole series of adventure games for you. We can discuss this over lunch. I haven't eaten a thing in this entire game. Three of you head off together, Roberta says, we do have a home on the lake. Would that adequately meet your needs, Patti? I wonder if this is based on, like, an actual house they had. I've seen their house. It's beautiful. And so it ends. Oh, I couldn't clear that, I guess. Larry and Patti move in together, sharing a simple programmer's shack in the mountains. Patti gives up her musician's life on the road for the one man she found able to match her passion. Larry begins to tell Larry begins to tell the world his life story through software. Oh, it's covered. Okay, I can't remember. Let's see. It begins in lost wages. So, like, literally. About Lefty's bar. So, literally. So there's a little more to this, but literally, these games came out within a month of each other, and they both end with the characters run into Sierra, find one of the founders give them a job making games. That's how both of these end. That's how both of these games end. They literally came out within a month of each other. Yeah, that's the ending to Leave Suit Larry 3. And Al Lowe has said, I think has said that he wanted to stop the series here. Like, he wanted this to be the end. We've full looped. Larry's found his love. They're making the games. You know, they're making Leisure Suit Larry 1, 2, and 3. And then they wanted more. So either that or just because it was funny, there's no Leisure Suit Larry 4. They just decided, amnesia. We're on Leisure Suit Larry 5. No one remembers what happened in Leisure Suit Larry 4. And so you play as these two again, but it's a different game. But it literally, they just skip Leisure Suit Larry 4. So hey, once again, Paul, thank you for the donation. We're now up to $20 up there out of the 500. If we can get to 200 of that extra life goal, I will be playing the Dig, LucasArts point-and-click adventure. I want to say it's like written or produced, but I'm gonna look it up so I don't get it wrong. Okay, rather movie. I want the game. Inspired by an idea originally created for Steven Spielberg's Amazing Stories series. So technically, Steven Spielberg gets a writing credit. Also, Orson Scott Card is one of the writers. But, like, I don't like the puzzles that much, personally. Um, and I don't like the ending for that game. Actually, let me get some music going while I chat or in chat mode. Um, so I've made that my $200 incentive just because it's not a game I'm particularly a fan of. So for me personally, it qualifies for bad game. Not everyone might not agree with that, but for me, I don't think it's a very good game. There we go. And then if we get to 500, I will dust my shelf off once more. I've done this once before over on G1 Game Days. This is awful, and I don't think there are a lot of people that would disagree with me about this particular volume of the Sierra catalog. But oh yeah, we will be doing Codename Iceman, but on this channel. So I have it cataloged on my own channel. Also, I still need to make a command for it. I always forget to do it, but um, I do have a collection on my site or on my Twitch. If you want to see any of the Sierra games we've played before, I've done all the King's Quest. I did the King's Quest reimagining. Now I've done Space Quest 1, 2, and 3, which I still need to make those. I need to make those into videos or into highlights still. But yeah, we'll be doing Iceman at 500. After that, I don't know yet. I'm setting my initial goal to 500. If we hit that, we'll push to 1,000. I'll figure out another bad game to play. Or another couple. I'll probably do one at 750 and one at 1,000. But for now, 200 is the first goal. 500 is the second goal. Yeah. Well, I will come back and keep chatting, or maybe pop a game in for a little bit soon. But I need the bathroom. I will be right back.